Okay, and as the music fades out, I welcome you one and all for the Slam Jam Championship Wrestling Show here on the Extreme Improv Extremes YouTube channel, as well as the Slam Jam Wrestling Show channel. I am your host, and I am joined by co-host tonight, the one, the only, Gav. Say hello to the people.
Hello, people. How you guys doing out there?
Right, so I need to get like a sound effect just to respond to that.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that'd be good. I don't have. Hang on, do they give you any sound effects? They give you music. They don't give you sound effects. I was hoping it'd just be like, it says dance pop. Let's see what this is.
You're gonna have to sort that out.
There you go.
Okay.
It's not good. Right, okay, so we can almost have entrance themes on here, though. So that might be something as well. We'll work on these things.
A little curtain as well.
Yes, yeah, like some animation. Like we'll get the whole shebang. Now, Gav, it has been an interesting week in professional wrestling, and I have got a lot on my mind.
Would you like to share it?
Yeah, I would. Right, so currently, Gav, I've mentioned this briefly in the chat. Wrestle Dream was on Sunday. Like, I enjoyed the show. The biggest problem for me, though, was ordering the damn pay-per-view thanks to Fight TV. I'm calling you out, brother. Right, like, literally, oh, my God, did you just do that?
Wow, no.
How did you do that?
I thought that was you.
I didn't do that. Oh, my God, has this got, like, some recognition? Boo!
I guess, yay! I don't know.
Jesus Christ, that is magic. Wow.
Unless it's someone watching. Anyone?
Was it you, Gav?
Not me, honestly.
Okay. Wow, I have no idea how that happened. But anyway, so I'm just gonna keep doing stuff until I get a reaction. No, boo. Okay, boo.
Yeah, well.
Okay, nothing.
Something new.
Yeah, like, so for anyone who's just listening to an audio version of this, wondering what the hell's going on, Gav sort of did a thumbs down, and then a magical thumbs down appeared on the screen, and I had no idea of this function, but there you go.
Leprechauns watching us.
Now, what I am booing, though, is literally Fight TV, because they had an offer where when you are an AEW Plus subscriber, you could get Wrestle Dream at a reduced cost. And loads of people on X or Twitter were saying that it's not letting them, it's asking them to subscribe to AEW Plus, even though they're already subscribers. So I then saw that someone said that when they clicked it, it then came up saying already purchased. And I was like, oh, it will say already purchased, and then it will let you get the offer. So I clicked it, and then it came up saying, you have subscribed for £6.49. I was like, no, I'm already a subscriber. What a pain. I'm going to have to sort this out. Can I order the pay-per-view? Yes, I can. Do I get the reduced cost? Yes, I do. However, the reduced cost was like $14.99 instead of $18.99. But because they charged me £6.49, it then meant I spent £2.50 extra for no reason. And so that's annoying. But then when I check my subscription, it then says it's ending on November 1st, even though I subscribed in January. So for a year. So it's like now they're going to charge me £6.49 for 4 months that I've already paid for. So I wrote to Fight TV, and they wrote back and they weren't helpful. And I wrote back, and currently as it stands, we have had 19 communications back and forth. And they were telling me to send stuff via like developer things on your Apple iPhone about like hidden secret emails that no one knows exists to mask your email account. It's been a dilemma. And at some point, Fight, even though I'm talking about it here, I will put out the full expose video if you don't give me satisfaction. I'm literally going Clarence Mason. What other wrestling lawyers are there, Gav?
Oh, wow.
Like Mark Sterling.
Sterling, yeah. I'm not even too sure. You stopped me there.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going Clarence Mason on their asses, and I know it's an old reference. Jade Cargill isn't in AEW anymore, so Mark Sterling needs a client.
Yeah, there you go. There's your guy.
But anyway, that's
Fight TV. I've had problems with them in the past as well. So
really,
yeah,
Fight. You need to, look, fight Owen's fight. Don't fight Gav and don't fight David. You know, because we will fight. Now, despite any of that, I did manage to see Wrestle Dream. Have you seen the show?
No, I haven't.
I'll
tell you what.
Yeah.
And probably because of fight. But no, I've been busy, to be honest. But yeah, I do know the results. I've seen clips.
That's cool. You know the main thing from that show, though.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So the debut of Adam Copeland in AEW. I'm sure you've seen the clips and everything of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was your take on it all?
Let me see. Everyone's been going on about when he's run to the crowd and whatnot.
Yeah,
that is.
Yeah.
Notice I was a bit surprised. I was like thinking, who is that? Is that Marina Shafir? Like, do you know me?
You don't know me. You don't know me.
They need to do something with that. That's for my little 2 pence in there. But yeah,
apparently that's Beth Phoenix though.
It is Beth, yeah, that's right.
So technically, she has made her AEW debut.
There you go.
I wonder if she's still under a WWE contract.
Sorry,
is she still under any kind of WWE contract?
I heard a little rumor that she might be on her way
to AEW.
He's in about a Hall of Famer coming in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's no bad thing. It's no bad thing. No. You know, she's clearly not like in the height of her prime, but she can still go.
Yeah, yeah.
The thing that is a shame though is she'd have been a great opponent for Jade.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah,
she would have been able to give Jade a real because she's strong and she's big.
Yeah.
You know, she would have been able to been a real credible threat to Jade.
That's right.
And she'd have been able to carry Jade through anything that she's still working on, basically.
And they've got the same finisher.
Oh wow! How about that?
Yeah. So that would have been, yeah.
Oh, somewhere in a multiverse that exists. But yeah,
I think it was good. I think it was good. Like, what I was getting at, everyone's going on about there's no crowd where he went to and whatnot, but
yeah,
I've noticed that.
Well, you know, he wrestled the greatest wrestling match of all time in front of no one. So I think, you know, an AEW crowd is still going to be luxury.
But yeah, I think it's good. I actually managed, because we was talking in the chat, I actually did manage to get to see the promo.
Yes. So Christian's promo and Edge's promo and Christian's response.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
That was so good. Now, here's the thing: is this like that? It was muted on TV.
Yeah.
So it like, and the thing about where they beep it, the go yourself. You just heard go, and then it went blank.
That's right. Yeah.
They needed to get it go blank yourself so that everyone knows. Now everyone saw it on X and Facebook or YouTube anyway.
Yeah.
But that was it was so good. I wonder who pitched that. Like, is that a Tony Khan thing? It doesn't strike me that he would have come up with that.
Well, he tweeted it out afterwards, didn't he?
He did. He was loving it.
Yeah.
You know.
But like, I'm surprised at that though, that the network would let that go so much. And like the other thing is, like, again, I'm a parent.
Sure.
If I took my kids to see it, I'm not too sure if how I'd react to that.
Well, this was one of the things, like, even at All In, like MJF was like, we're going to keep the match going in Wembley effing Stadium and stuff like this. And everyone cheered.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, because like this is further than Attitude Era. It's like Attitude Era would have son of a bitch and kiss my ass, blah, blah, blah. But this, you know, the language, like, suddenly, even WWE, I think, unless, correct me if I'm wrong, were like over the last couple of years, but AEW every single week, I'm going to kick the shit out of you.
Yeah,
listen, shithead. Blah,
I have to be really careful with my kids watching, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You know,
so, like, I kind of don't let them watch AEW.
Yeah.
But WWE, like, if they want to.
Well, like it's this is the thing about like the PG era or whatever is that, you know, it was like, well, we'll sell action figures and video games and it's going to be safe for anyone of any age to watch. Whereas now, but regardless though, that was still perfect delivery by
It was
Christian.
brilliant. It was brilliant.
Perfect.
And
Like the hug, like he went in, he sort of like he nuzzled in a little bit. He was like feeling it, Edge and Christian back together, and then you just see like the microphone raise up, and it was great.
Do you know what? It's poetic in a way because like Christian was always the mighty Jannetty, if you want to call it that, right? So now he like Christian is just chef's kiss.
Yeah,
like he's right up the top. And I was there talking to one of my friends who was there saying he's probably the best heel at the moment and possibly ever. You know,
the best heel ever
could be in that contention.
Oh wow! Like, I don't know if I'm quite. I don't know if I'm quite there yet.
I'm not there yet with that one, but I think he is the best heel right now. Definitely.
Yeah, I in AEW, he's absolutely the best heel.
Oh, yeah.
It's a weird thing with there. Like even Edge said, and in fact, let me just comment on this. So like Edge did the thing where he's like, yeah, I just get here and I get to be free and relax. It's like, you've only been there for one show, Edge. Don't commit to this yet. Haven't you learned that CM Punk was like, yeah, here is free and everything. And then he didn't like it. And like Paige, she turned up and she's like, well, here they respect me. It's like, you haven't been here yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Just keep it. Don't bury where you came from until you see that it's better.
Yeah.
You know,
it's kind of like that CM Punk one is going to come back and bite him in his ass, really. When he was there going to MJF about, you go to WWE and see if you'll main event night 4 or something like that. So.
Oh yeah, what was that? So he was like, the grass isn't greener on the other side.
Right.
Yeah. Like night 2 of the buy one get one free event or something like this. Right. Yeah. No, exactly. And now the irony, and then he said like, and I'll still be here. But like the irony is Punk will go and main event night 1 of a buy one get one free extravaganza. Yeah. Like at some point Triple H will get rid of him and then he'll have to go begging back to Tony. No. I don't know. CM Punk now.
I said it's a work.
It is all the work. The next stage of my conspiracy is that somehow they're going to wrangle it up. Look, Rock. See, here's the funny thing with The Rock. Is The Rock came back to wrestle John Cena and Punk was champion. And now 10 years later, Punk's coming back and The Rock's taking his main event again. So how pissed must he be? But what I suspect is he's going to be like...
On top of that, you got Kevin Nash as well.
Oh, and Kevin Nash is back. Well, is that actually true, though?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, okay. But that would be funny as well.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Yeah, so Punk is like, look, you know, I'll just have night 1 main event, or I don't even need the main event. I'm just happy to be here. I'll wrestle Cody because we both came from the same place. There's a story there. And then it turns out that both of them are spies sent by Tony Khan to stand on the grandest stage of them all at the main event of WrestleMania. And then just suddenly get on the mic and be like, we're going back because we're all elite. Yeah, exactly. Like, the conspiracy theory continues.
There you go.
Yeah. But, okay, so coming back to Edge and to Christian, like, I truthfully always preferred Christian. Like, when they were Edge and Christian, I was like back in, like, 1999 or whatever, I was like, you know, people always say because, like, Edge was there first. I was like, I think Christian's actually, he was definitely funnier.
Oh, yeah, definitely funnier.
Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I kind of prefer his matches. Edge, especially when Edge got injured and like came back as like a baby face or something. Yeah. I was like, you know, he's not all that. Like Edge and Christian were dynamite. Well, irony, right? Were on they were fire. But like it was like when Billy Gunn and Road Dogg broke up, and suddenly you realize that Road Dogg was carrying the team.
Yeah, he was the charisma of the team.
Yeah, exactly. He was. Well, he was also, to be honest, like I think Billy Gunn's doing his best work now.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But like when Billy Gunn was going for the King of the Ring, I was just like, God, Billy sucks.
He does.
I was like,
time for him.
I was like, you know, I didn't realize because like Billy Gunn looked like the star, but I was like, Road Dogg was carrying that whole thing. Yeah. And I'm not saying that Christian was carrying the whole thing, but I thought at the time, I was like, I think I prefer Christian to Edge here.
Definitely when they split off, I was there saying the same. And like, I'll be honest with you as well, when Edge first came in, you think you know me?
Yeah.
I don't even think Edge knew himself. at that point, because like I was just like, who is this guy? Like, what is he supposed to be? And obviously, you had the Brood before, with the whole thing, but even before that, because they were trying to, I think he joined the Brood afterwards at that point, but it's just like, what's he meant to be? And then obviously the Brood, the vampire, the Lost Boy stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you just remind me of something though, because you said something where I was almost thinking I was having like one of these Mandela effect things.
Yeah.
But it was you think you know me, right? Whereas Beth Phoenix says you think you know him. So I'm guessing they had to change it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you think you know him, and then it's great that they had the same theme. You know, that's always cool, and it's kind of surreal because obviously, like CM Punk came with the same theme. Obviously, when Cody went to WWE, he had the same theme.
Yeah.
But who else had the same theme? Someone else recently.
Christian.
Oh,
TNA.
Oh yeah, his TNA theme, but like Jeff Hardy. But it's kind of weird. It's like, oh, how can they do that? But what this means though is WWE are never licensing music again.
No,
they're making it in-house. Otherwise, it ain't happening because they're like they must be a little bit like we're giving something away here.
Yeah,
you know,
they made a package part of the
brand, exactly. You know, but yeah, so here's the thing with like Christian, like his match with Darby was really good, and
was that the
main event of Wrestle Dream.
Oh right, okay, I didn't see it.
Okay, so if you do get a chance to check it out, so it was 2 out of 3 falls.
Okay,
Christian coming out in his polo neck. There was so tiny spoiler, but you know the result anyway.
Yeah.
So Darby pulls the shirt over Christian's head so that he can get a quick victory because Christian's like, I can't see, and he's blinded by it. And I thought he was going to take it off, but he stuck it out. He still wrestled. But then there was a spot they did on the outside where Christian, like, I don't think it was a choke slam, it was like a body slam.
Right.
Where he jumped off of. Yeah, have you seen this?
I've seen a clip. Was that with the?
I don't know how it didn't kill Darby Allin. Like, I'll try to find a clip.
I think he must have got
Christian Darby. Let's see if I can find it without.
He was meant to climb Mount Everest or something like that next day, or
went to climb Mount Everest.
Apparently,
that's insane.
Mountain. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if I can bring this up. I'm going to have to bring up the shield. Where is it? So the banner. I can't even find it. So if I bring up the on-screen shield.
Right.
So here we go.
Yeah.
Just so I don't get copyright struck.
Yeah.
But this is from Wrestle Dream. It's on their Twitter anyway. So Christian picks him up while he's on the apron. Is it going to play? Like this. And he jumps down. You'll see the steel steps.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know if they'll show this from another angle here.
I'm pretty sure he hurt his arm there.
Christian let go of him before his feet were down, so he couldn't control it fully. So he dropped him before his feet were fully down.
Yeah.
So, you know, how Darby...
I think he protected him as much as he could because he pulled his head in.
But still looked pretty brutal to me.
But yeah, it is, yeah.
You know, like I think there's like alternative angles on it. But it was great. Like, and also because Darby was injured after it, if you've seen like the debut of Edge or Adam Copeland or Ridge, I'm going to try to get that over. No one seems on board with me calling him Ridge. It means the same thing. It's a Ridge. It's spelled almost the same. But anyway, so Christian just starts casually undoing the whole apron and starts exposing just like the wooden planks on the mat.
Okay.
And okay, let's bring this up. I'll just bring up like a still shot of it. So let's see.
Was this after the pin or?
So, well, let's bring it up. You'll see. So he starts pulling back all of the canvas just whilst they're putting Darby onto a stretcher. And then when they've got him on the stretcher, Christian just climbs up and launches Frog Splash onto Darby. It was great, honestly. It was a really good pay-per-view main event. And like the thing is, it was Darby's hometown. Yeah. But as soon as you knew that Christian's in the main event, you knew that Edge was going to be there, basically. Yeah. Like 100% confirmed.
I think we all called that, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so Christian won, which I think was the right choice.
Yeah.
Because it could have been that Edge turned up and then helps Darby win, but I'm glad they didn't go down that route. And I'm glad they didn't go down the route of Edge turns up and helps Christian win.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't need that.
So, but obviously what they're leading to now is going to be... So I was going to say, what they're leading to is obviously, at least they're planning it for Edge versus Christian.
Right.
Which, again, it'll be fine, but we know they're going to end up tagging at some point.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to, at some point.
Yeah.
5-second pose.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's got to come back. And then I think it was you that actually put it, saying the Dudleys will come in and then TLC.
I mean, they've got the Hardys there.
Yeah.
They've got Edge and Christian there.
Yeah.
At Impact 1000, Devon came out of retirement to tag with Bully Ray, and then they literally put out afterwards. I think Devon said, "I feel pretty good. We're going to take some limited bookings."
There you go.
And I don't think he retired because he was injured anyway. But obviously, if he's been out the ring for a couple of years, he was like, "Yeah, I can still go." So let's go. Let's do it. And so I think that is potential. They won't put it as the main event. Okay, how about this?
Mm-hmm.
Tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my! Hardys, Team 3D, Copeland and Christian, Young Bucks. Like, you could just do the complete nostalgia act. How can they do it with FTR? 5-team.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the 5. And obviously it's debatable, but they have to be, of the teams that you can still put in the ring. The Road Warriors are no longer with us. You're not going to get some of the Rock and Roll Express. You could bring them back, but of anyone who's still capable of going at all, that's like the 5 of the top 10 tag teams of all time.
They're the best ones, the top. Yeah. So that'll make money. That'll be a main event anywhere, really. So
that could main event Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
Or they could do it before then, like whether they've got Full Gear or Revolution. Revolution, I think, at the start,
I was going to say Revolution at the start, but I'm always all over the place with how the pay-per-views go anyway. So.
I know, it's weird. Like the names of the AEW pay-per-views, obviously there was All In before AEW, but then they were like, because Cody said, well, we're going to go Double or Nothing. So it's like Double or Nothing makes sense to me. All Out makes sense, and then they added in All In. That makes sense. The others, like, what the hell is it? What does Wrestle Dream even mean? That's like a really bad. Like, I know it's an Antonio Inoki thing. Yeah, but it's like I don't even know what that means.
That's his little wet dream. Tony Khan.
Because is it meant to be dream matches? Because the only one that was a dream match, I guess, was that they got Danielson and Zack Sabre Jr. together.
Yeah, I've been hearing some good things about that.
Really good match. Really good match. Okay. I don't know if it was everything. The thing that's a shame about it is, as good as it was also exactly what I expected it to be.
Right. Okay.
So I knew that it was going to be. So it didn't let me down, but it didn't surprise me in any way either.
Is it kind of like a forbidden door kind of thing?
Yeah,
knowing kind of thing.
Yeah, like it's like super technical, like reversals and submission holds galore. It was really good, but I don't know that it's going to be. I don't think it's going to have people talking about it in 5 years' time in the same way that, even when Danielson came in and went against Omega, and it was like, oh my god, this is what we've been waiting for. I just don't. I think it's a little bit that everyone knows that Danielson's technically excellent, and that is what Zack Sabre Jr. is known for. This technical, masterclass that he's going to put on.
I'm surprised that he didn't put him over, to be honest. Because Danielson always puts everyone over.
Yeah. Well, it was his home state, right?
Oh, right. Well, there you go.
Yeah. But also, like, when it comes to Forbidden Door stuff, AEW don't put over New Japan very much.
Not really, no.
No, because I forget entirely, but like Punk won. So Omega put Osprey over, but clearly Osprey is just going. Jericho put him over at All In. They're expecting just to sign Will Ospreay permanently, clearly. But then Okada lost, loads of them lose to the, and then it's weird that they don't do a Forbidden
On
Door.
the flip side,
Yeah, in Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
Like maybe that's New Japan's fault, but they should.
Yeah, they'll bring in so much crowd if they'd done that. To be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know Moxley in like Kingston, they go over there and wrestle, but
Yeah.
I think they need to make a real show of it as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so let me think. So, what else has been big recently, Gav? What else has caught your attention?
Ooh, what else has been big? I'm trying to think.
Have you seen Raw this week?
I have, yes. Can I remember what happened? The Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
Good match.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just got to give him that.
Okay, so I'm not really digging Tommaso Ciampa. I never really have. It was a good match, but
I liked him in NXT. It's funny enough.
Yeah,
but this kind of come out of nowhere for me, kind of thing. Like the whole.
Well, it's that like after everything they did with Gable, and then so when suddenly Ciampa stood there, he's like, and I want that Intercontinental title. I was like, no, like it's Gable's turn. Go away, Ciampa. You haven't been here. Where have you come from?
The other thing is this is how bad WWE is as well. I'm sure Ciampa lost to forgotten his name, Aussie guy, does the Tsunami.
Oh, Bronson Reed.
Bronson Reed, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure
he might have done actually.
Yeah. So how did he get into contendership?
I don't know, to be honest. Like, I mean, it doesn't seem like there is a lot of rhyme and reason to, like, you know, not just to suddenly take this as an opportunity to stab AEW again, but their whole ranking system completely fell apart a year ago, and it's completely meaningless.
It's decimated now anyway. So
yeah, but well, okay. So, did you see any of NXT, or do you know the results this week?
I know the results. I didn't get to see it. No,
okay, so
I've been very busy.
Well, no, that's fine. It's there's so much wrestling, it's insane.
Yeah.
Right, but like Dirty Dom won back his not Intercontinental NXT North American Championship, which I'm really pleased about because on Raw, when Rhea came out and she was like, and Dom, you didn't keep the title when I wasn't here, and then she turns to Priest, and I blame you. I was like, so when Dom doesn't win, they're gonna break up, and they've been teasing the Judgment Day breaking up for ages. I wouldn't break them up.
No,
don't break them up.
Do not break them up just yet.
It's working.
Yeah,
and it's the legacy of Edge. We need to keep this going.
Yeah, exactly. But then they'll probably be like, you know how petty WWE is. Oh, it was Edge's group. Let's split them up.
Yeah, exactly. It was Edge's group for about 6 weeks. And then Balor took it over. And the funny thing about Balor taking it over is Priest seems like he's more in control than Balor. But absolutely, Rhea is the leader of this group.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. She's the bigger head. But what was I going to say? JD McDonuts, I call him.
Yeah.
Is he going to be part of it or not? Or does he get involved where it's up?
I don't know what like the whole thing, like will he, won't he? To me, it always feels like he'll end up as a part of it, but it's going to come at the expense of Priest leaving, which again I think is a mistake. Yeah. Like obviously, Senior Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
he clearly should be taking the title from Seth.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, and with everything they've done in Judgment Day, they could do it. Oh. They need to take a chance on him.
I was going to say, I think that might happen this weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh, no. But Shinsuke, he needs to get a belt just once.
I would love to see Shin with it. But I think he's going to soften him up. Last man standing even.
Yeah.
Seth is going to have his bad back. Shinsuke's going to lose. And then Priest will cash in. Notice that they haven't really been pushing it.
I hear that, and I'm not against it. What I would prefer, Shinsuke wins, has like a rematch with Seth, and then Priest can cash in on Raw.
I would like that too.
Like, well, I'd like Shinsuke shouldn't go through his WWE career not being a world champion.
Yeah, exactly.
He won a Royal Rumble. He made it well. He didn't really make it.
it would be transitional if that was the case. And I think,
But like I think there is something about, even if it's just kind of on paper, there is something about people that, if you never get to add them to the list of world champions, like Jake the Snake was never a world champion.
Yeah.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan, not that he necessarily should have been, but you never get to say former WWF world champion.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant, was a WWF champion for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And so you can always say former WWF world champion. Whereas there are some legendary names, Roddy Piper, you can't say a former world champion.
I think that era was so different because Hogan was just mega over.
Yeah.
So like, to even me, then again, he didn't even win the Intercontinental. I was going to say, Jake didn't win the IC belt, did he?
No. I don't think Jake ever won a championship in WWE.
No. But like, speaking to him, he was like, I didn't need to. So, which is true.
And to be fair, he was right.
Yeah.
And it's like, whether or not it can ever be trusted, but there's been those, like, I've seen a couple of times recently, like Hulk Hogan was on Joe Rogan or someone. He's done some interview where he said about Piper.
Yeah.
Apparently, Piper refused at first to put Hogan over. And he was like, well, if you'd have put me over, we'd have put the belt on you.
Yeah.
And like, again, like, how would that have changed history?
It would have been crazy, wouldn't it?
Piper is a former world champion. It should have happened. Piper could have won the world title from Hogan in WCW. And I think Hogan actually did put Piper over in cleanly. But I think, what was the deal there? Was it a non-title match or something crazy?
I can't remember. Off my head. I know that. Has Hogan ever pinned Piper in the end?
Has Hogan ever pinned Piper?
I don't think he has he?
I'm going to ask the internet. I don't know. Where's Dave Green in the commentary?
Dave Green, he would know.
Did Hulk Hogan pin Roddy Piper? WWE was never able to book a big pay-per-view match between the two without tag partners.
There you go.
He won a few televised matches by DQ to avoid pinning Piper.
Yeah.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, so what else happened on Raw? I've literally, my mind's gone a blank.
I was going to say, my mind's gone blank.
I can't remember. Like, one of the weird thing is that obviously with Dynamite being on Tuesday next week, a lot of attention went to NXT, and that next week Cody's going to be on it, Cena's going to be on it. Paul Heyman is managing Bron Breakker.
Really?
Yeah, in because Bron, Cena's going to be there, and then Bron Breakker. Let's bring it up. So, NXT, it will bring it up quick enough. So let's have a look. So, Oscar's going to be on it. Obviously, Becky is on it at the moment.
I was going to say they've stacked it.
Yeah.
Stacked NXT for this, next week.
Right. Oh my God. What is this? Literally, Sports Skeeter are even jumping on board.
There you go.
There's no word yet on Undertaker will appear on camera. Wait. The Undertaker will be in Orlando. What? So Undertaker actually will be at NXT?
Because they're talking about this earlier. I think.
Wow. They seriously don't want to lose to AEW.
No.
They don't want that at all.
Apparently, with regards to the ratings, because the ratings AEW lost this week.
I just saw the official result there.
That's right.
So let's bring this up. So apparently, AEW got 800,000. NXT got 857,000.
They're saying sorry.
No, I was going to say is I think someone from Warner Brothers or whatever apologized, saying that they didn't advertise the weekly show or something like this, some crazy thing.
I think they changed the timings or something. Was the timing
maybe
changed? Or it wasn't listed, something like that.
Something like this, yeah. But and then they've got, so this is the NXT feed. So next week, Cody Rhodes is going to be there with a major announcement to make.
Oh, he's getting back at Tony Khan. Major announcement.
So I'm sure I saw it somewhere. It's Carmelo against Braun, and for some reason, here we go. So John Cena is going to
Wow.
be in Carmelo's corner. And then Paul Heyman, for some reason, is managing Bron Breakker, which I think is a great fit.
Is Bron Breakker a heel now then?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. But like
this.
literally, they're stacking this up. It is the return of the Wednesday Night Wars.
Yeah.
And then I was going to say TNA. AEW, obviously, their big thing. Like, I mean, even this, like, Dom is so over at the moment.
Yeah,
it's insane. But like the big thing for AEW is obviously that Edge is there.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see what else AEW announce.
Be interesting, definitely. What else can they do, really, though?
I don't know. Like, this is where all of the jokes have been that they're going to phone CM Punk back up. You know, if they're like, well, Punk, you're technically still under 3 months, no compete clause, so I'm paying you. And in the way that...
And then Punk could come back and be like, F you, can't.
Yeah. He'll just give him a hug. Like, he'll walk over like Christian, give him a hug.
You know, the Tony Khan hug.
Oh, my God. Yeah. But yeah, so crazy stuff. Let's see if there's any breaking news, as it were. So it says more Raw superstars seemingly set for tonight's SmackDown. WWE, obviously, they've just been sold to Endeavor. And it says Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso will challenge Finn Balor and Damian Priest at Payback. And they're meant to be on SmackDown. So Dominic Mysterio, Chad Gable, Otis, Maxine Dupree, Drew McIntyre, they're all on SmackDown. So what is the point of the roster split if literally everyone...
No point. It just goes to wherever. But then again, they are the tag champs, aren't they? But
well, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So and that's for both brands.
Yeah.
Well, here's an interesting one. CM Punk returning at Survivor Series is said to be a safe bet. So, and this is from House of Wrestling, which is Nick Hausman, who is the guy who Punk went off at, and then it turns out that they're quite buddy-buddy now, it would seem. And it says, everyone we spoke to... Well, this is the interesting thing, Gav. I have done a lot of research into whether or not this was a work or not. I've done a lot of digging. And at the All-Out press conference, when Punk started his rant... It was because the first question was Nick Hausman of Wrestling Inc. And Punk was like, hey, who do you do improv with? And he was like, well, I used to do it with Scott Colton. And he's like, you should tell people who you're friends with, who here's a journalist. And then apparently when Hausman was like, no, we're not friends, we don't see eye to eye, Punk was like, oh, well, you blew my spot there. And apparently they spoke afterwards.
Right.
And I don't think it's ever been revealed why did Hausman say he's no longer friends with Cabana.
Right.
That was never clear.
Yeah.
But apparently loads of stuff that comes out from Punk's camp, the first place you hear it is Hausman, and they're both Chicago guys.
Oh, right. Okay. True.
Yeah, so it says here, House of Wrestling is reporting, everyone we spoke with agreed that a return would not be out of the question if good business could be done. Furthermore, those we have talked to from Punk's camp do not feel the incidents that led to his AEW release would be held against him if he wanted to return. And then they said that it's reported to be a safe bet. It's in Chicago. They will want to twist that knife in AEW where they can. Like, it's been one of the things that's been weird this week, and I almost feel like there's sabotage on it, is WWE signed Jade Cargill, and that was big news a week ago.
Yeah.
And then Edge went to AEW, and then suddenly, almost like it was the best response they could do immediately, they were like, yeah, but we've got Brian Pillman Jr.
I was just about to say that.
It's like, why were they announcing it? They'd done these teasers, but why did they suddenly announce it when they purposely weren't showing his face?
But do you know how petty he is?
Yeah.
Because like, even on Dynamite, they've got, what's his
tag partner?
His name?
Grimsby. No, I don't. Griff Garrison. Garrison?
Griff
Garrison, yeah.
Yeah.
And he got slaughtered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slaughtered him. Oh dear.
But like, yeah, so they were like, so yeah, we've got Brian Pillman, and obviously they may as well said we've got Flying Brian Pillman, and everyone's like, but he died. But
Yeah.
they just want he's a name, and
Yeah, he is.
even if he offers nothing else, he is a name because Brian Pillman's name. And but then the reports that have come out since that, like WWE or USA Network were hyping up, yeah, Brian Pillman Jr. is signed WWE NXT. And I almost feel like it's the anti propaganda AEW like machine. We're like just putting out, yeah, but they've got no plans for him.
Yeah.
Like, why would that news report come out that they're making these vignettes which are showing WCW clips and they have no plans at all?
I just think it's a stab for just saying, look, we're getting your talent coming over.
Yeah.
Like, I'm probably not going to use him, but it's just like, yeah.
Oh, it could be that. It could be.
Yeah. Come in. Have catering.
I almost thought that they have no plans for him was like AEW are secretly like leaking fake news.
Right.
Yeah, it's like they've got no plans for him. They're not going to use him.
I think it's just WWE being petty and going, look, we've got him. We ain't got nothing for him. But yeah, we've got him. Another AEW person. That's 3.
Yeah.
You know? So,
yeah, exactly. But I hope WWE do use Brian Pillman Jr.
I hope so.
He's not bad. Like, yeah, he needs work in the ring. But I'll tell you, Gav, how I would use him and how he should have been used in AEW. Loose cannon.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to be great in the ring.
Yeah,
like he's okay in the ring, but if you just have him, look, say, just watch your dad. You know, Shawn Michaels runs NXT.
Yeah,
there was only an overlap of a year or whatever.
Yeah,
but like Shawn knows him. Shawn knows his dad. They would have had interactions and that. Just like say, oh yeah, and look at your dad doing Wild Eyes and getting the gun at Austin and that.
Yeah.
Have Brian Pillman Jr. debut and get arrested on his debut.
That'd be crazy.
Have him handcuffed, going kicking and screaming, and have him screaming like, "I'm from AEW" and stuff. So everyone's just talking about Brian Pillman.
Yeah, it's true. Actually,
just have him go absolutely crazy. It's like have him suspended on day one.
Yeah,
and then he's suspended from NXT. Have him then turn up at Raw and jump in the ring and start attacking someone.
See, that's why WWE needs you.
Well, exactly. It's just but he's the son of the loose cannon. Just you don't need to be good in the ring. Like Brian Pillman, his whole WWE career, he was like his foot was fused. He was barely, unfortunately he passed away, but he was barely held together.
Yeah.
But his character was what he needed.
Yeah, exactly. And they could shoot all kinds of vignettes and all that kind of stuff anyway. So yeah, he'd be in jail with Dirty Dom.
What? Oh my God, he'd be perfect. Like if they genuinely. Okay, so I can't say about Brian Pillman Jr., but imagine if time wasn't an issue, and they'd suddenly signed Flying Brian, like loose cannon, Flying Brian Jr., not Jr., Flying Brian Pillman.
Right.
And he'd be perfect as an addition to the Judgment Day. That character, the loose cannon that was in WCW 95, ECW and WWF 1996. He'd fit in perfectly, just like in the corner is like the weird one that people always compared Dean Ambrose to Brian Pillman.
Yeah.
And it's because he's kind of a maniac. Just kind of have a bit of an unhinged guy.
Yeah.
That's what I'd do.
It's true.
Oh, dear Gav. Right. So anyway, let's do some quick predictions or whatever for what is it? Fastlane.
Fastlane, yeah, that's right.
Fastlane 2023. So I'll bring up the card because I'll be honest. Other than Cena and LA Knight, I don't really remember what's happened.
Same.
They've only announced 5 matches, so they've got to have some announcements tonight, surely.
They'll probably have one more. It's usually 6 matches, isn't it now?
Or I guess they'll have like a pre-show match as well. So
yeah.
Okay, so Seth frickin' Rollins and Shinsuke. Who have you got? You going with Damian Priest?
Sorry?
Are you going? Oh, do you think Priest is going to join the match?
Yeah, I think he's going to come in and do something.
Okay, do you think he'll come after the match has ended or during?
I think it'll be towards the end, and he'll cost.
Okay.
He'll cost. How can I don't know how that'll work. Because it's still a last man standing. So I was there thinking, towards the end, because then you have to have not that I really want to see it. Shinsuke down and out.
Yeah.
Seth barely walking, but he's hurt.
Yeah.
He comes in, swoops in, Judgment Day attack, hit him with the briefcase. 1, 2, 3.
Oh wow! Do you know what happens if they do something where they knock each other out?
Yeah.
And they both fall down. The referee's 8, 9, and then
9.
suddenly Judgment Day music starts.
There you go. Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I can imagine Priest is going to walk out as champion. I prefer it happened on Raw, but because I'm willing it to happen, I'm going to say Shinsuke gets his first world title.
I hope so. Yeah.
First in WWE at least.
Yeah.
Then we have John Cena and LA Knight against Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa.
Do you know what? Can I be blatantly honest?
Yeah.
Don't care.
That's a great response.
I really don't care about it. Like,
yeah,
it is what it is. But
yeah,
who'd you go with? Because Cena and Jay is not a real team, and
yeah, I think Cena and Knight. I think Knight will get the pin because they're trying to still push LA Knight.
Yes. Sorry, I said Jay.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Look, what is the deal with Jimmy Uso? Like, he feels like he is he like putting on like weight steadily or something? Because like maybe I'm just like seeing wrong because I'm like you see Jay Uso and they
probably that
until they changed like the haircut. I swear I couldn't tell which was which for the last 10 years. Yeah, wow. Like I swear well perhaps it took me several years before I knew which was Matt and which was Jeff. I'm terrible like this.
That's true, yeah, and like staying with the Jacksons as well.
Yeah, but the worst thing about Matt and Jeff is they're not actually blood brothers. So, right?
Who? Sorry,
Matt and Jeff Hardy. I don't think they're actually. I think they're like. I don't think they're actually brothers. Or they might have one same parent or something.
I think they are.
No, they can't be.
Yeah,
right?
They are.
What, Matt and Jeff are actual brothers?
Jeff, yeah.
But I think
same dad.
Okay, hang on. Actually, brothers. Let's look this up. One half. Blah 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 blah. Well, that doesn't refer. Okay, are Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy actually brothers?
Yeah, their mum died like when they were young.
Oh, okay. But okay, so did they have the same? Are they half brothers? That's what I mean.
No,
they're full brothers.
Yeah.
Well, how about that?
There you go.
Okay, so I'm probably thinking of Undertaker and Kane. Now, anyway, next up on Fastlane, Io Sky, Oscar, Charlotte Flair. Who you taking there?
I didn't even know that was a match. Okay, Io's got to win that.
Yeah, I think so. I just agree with that. Latino World Order against Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits.
Well,
who
Bobby
don't have a name yet.
Yeah, Bobby and Street Profits got to win that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I do agree there. Yeah, I can't dispute that. And then we have Cody Rhodes and Jay versus the Judgment Day. Tag team championships.
Now, then again, is that predictable if they do that? If Cody and Jay win the titles, I don't want them to.
Yeah.
But if they win the titles from Judgment Day, doesn't that then become predictable with what I'm there predicting?
Oh yeah, exactly. Then you know that Priest is cashing in.
Yeah.
I'd think
keep the titles on.
Yeah, I would keep the titles on the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Because it's not ages that they've had it.
No.
Like, because they only won it, 2 or 3 months ago at the most.
Yeah.
And
I'll tell you what.
They're teasing this breakup forever and they shouldn't.
I'll tell you what is going to happen. Now I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Drew is going to get involved.
Drew?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And cost Cody and...
Yeah.
Cody and Jay.
Yeah.
That's probably what's going to happen.
Yeah. I think that's a really good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so on that note, Gav, I will just have a quick refresh to see because they haven't announced any other matches unless I see that there's anything else. Trailer for the Iron Claw movie set to release next week. So that's the Von Erich movie.
All right. Okay.
Who knows what that's going to be? Zac Efron playing like
Yeah.
Kevin Von Erich or someone.
That's right. And
Who
then
knows?
MJF's in there as well.
Yeah, I know. And he's playing like the fake Von Erich, like Lance
Oh, is
Von
it the
Erich.
fake one that he's
Yeah.
playing? Oh, right. Okay.
He's not playing an actual Von Erich.
All right.
But, yeah. Right. Anyway, Gav, we will begin to wrap things up here. So where can the people find you?
Find me here next time.
Absolutely. And my name is David Postansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Postansky, spelled Pustansky. Make sure you smash that subscribe button to all of the Slam Jam, YouTube, Twitter, X, etc., stuff. And with that, from me, from Gav, stay safe, always stay extreme, and ciao for now. Boom.
Yeah.